that next time when you want to run the series of commands that you use, you just call it by calling the file name and not really copy pasting everything from your file. So when you create a file, you have to use an extension called .sh. That stands for shell. So you write the file name, which is your script name, and in this file you can write as many commands as you want, or you can do series of work in there. For example, what we were doing was piping, but in here, in the file you could use for loop, do several things on files or 10,000 files of your work. And now when you save it in sh, next time when you come back, you just have to call sh file name .sh, and you would be able to execute all the commands in your file. And when you use series or sequences of commands, this is called scripting. So now you're already into a point where you can start scripting your shell. You can start scripting Unix Shell scripting. So it's a scripting language. You should be small s. So I didn't intend to make you write your own script today, but just so you know, this is a huge possibility, and this is what we generally do when we deal with our project. We don't write the commands like that because we have to work on the several things, or today I'm working on someone's project and tomorrow the same problem might come on a different project. I can just take this script and I can work on the different project. So with that, we are pretty much done, but I know there might be still a lot of questions, and you might have your own problems that you might have come with, and I did not address that. So we can take next time, like, do we have time?
Yes.
So we can take next 10-15 minutes time just to address your problem. So you could ask us whatever problem you have, and if I haven't mentioned here, we can try to find a solution for it.
I have two comments. Because you have been using pipes and you are referring to this shell thing. I think pipes are a very important concept to understand, and it's like what we did in the beginning was that we used a command to put the output of the command into another file. Then we have used the file, used another command, and put the output in another file. And this is what the pipe concept is, that you get rid of all the files, that you just run the command, use another command, plug it together, let it run again, use another command, plug it together, so that you don't need to store everything again in a file, in a file, in a file, and then finally you get mixed up with a lot of files, and you cannot remember which one was which one and how to relate this. So with a pipe you really have something like put the output as an input for the next command, put this output as an input for the next command, and you can do it as often as you want. So this pipe stuff is really powerful. And the other thing is referring to the file where you can put in a for loop or several commands, and running this file with the shell command is something that's finally programming. That means you don't need to learn Java, or you don't need to learn Python or any other programming language. The shell already is so powerful that you can start programming within so-called shell scripts. So this, for example, because there are so many built-in commands, you can start with scripting. So you don't need really to learn a specific programming language, because using all these different commands in a file and running this file with for loops or if-else statements and so on already is so powerful that this is programming. So the shell itself is a kind of programming language.
So what you were using is single shell statement. That's already programming, as Martin said. But you could also do it just via accessing your shell file. And I think it's really, really powerful. And as Martin is saying, that you don't need to learn any more complicated Java. You don't have to worry about allocating memory to your files, because everything is being taken care of. So if you want, you could actually take 10-15 minutes, next 10-15 minutes to create your script, one of the scripts that you might think would be useful for your own project or problem. And we are here, just ask us, or you want to discuss one problem and we can help you with that. Is that all right? Yeah? Is everything understandable? Because I'm not very sure.